This new FOV is messing me up. Hello and welcome back to ATM10 to the sky. So I'm sure you're sitting here wondering, why are you in the end right now? Didn't you have the most failed end experience trying to get unobtainium last time? Well, if you look behind me, there's been a revelation. AJ King in my comment section basically said I can use a destruction wand to destroy the End Highlands and it will just leave unobtainium. So guess what I did last night? I logged on and I tried it because I wanted to make sure that it worked, and it worked. So let me show you guys how this works. So we will go to our favorite End Highlands biome, and we could start from the top. This is a destruction one, by the way. Recipe for this is extremely cheap. I just have a wireless charger that's chunk loaded at the base, and what you do is you literally just click and click and click, and you just get rid of the Highlands, and the unobtainium will stay. So I'll keep on going until I find a little bit of unobtainium to show you guys. But yeah, don't use this tool in your base, because it does some damage. Alright, so as you can see, the island that once was is not here. This took me about, I don't know, 3 minutes to basically entirely level. And again, the destruction gadget just keeps all the unobtainium. So if you look around slowly, we can see all the unobtainium just staying here. So I'm gonna mine this up. Insane tip. And yeah, I have Fortune 5 on my pickaxe, so hopefully it starts giving me a ton of unobtainium. It just gave me 15 in those 3 ores. Well, that one only gave me 1, but maybe I just got really lucky with that. Oh, maybe not. Alright, so now we're back at our humble base, and I got this much unobtainium in basically 4 minutes. And yeah, I really don't have anything to say about it. It's insane that how much time I was wasting. So what I'm going to do here is not put it into the infusing factory. I'm going to just pop this all into the enriching factory, since I don't really think it's that worth to... like, I don't even want to hammer it down. That's how much time we basically saved. So per 3, let me see if I have any extra raw obtainium. I do not. So, but per 3 unobtainium, you'll get 4 dust. With the dust, we will take said dust, and we'll just pop it in here. And it's already all smelted. So now, with our unobtainium, newfound unobtainium, I think we should try to make the Geor, so we don't have to go back to the end ever to grab more. And it might be worth to go make the bee, but I don't feel like doing bees yet, because then once we do bees, we gotta get into the time crystal stuff, I think, and it's just like, that's a whole nother ordeal. Maybe we'll do bees soon, though. Should we do bees soon? I think we're gonna have to, because I think we need to get the Patrick bee to end the mod pack, or is it the Starry bee? I don't know, but regardless, I have other plans for this episode, so yeah. Let's make the Geor. So I made the Sand X5, and let me see. Well, we need soul lava, so this is kind of a problem. So I guess we're not going to be making this Geor. Not too big of a deal, though. The Geor will wait until we get soul lava. Ooh. As you can see, our singularities are at 300. I'm waiting until we get about 5 or 600 before we go into the quantum computing section. So today, and that still might be overkill, 500 or 600, but I'm not really sure. I've never made it before, so I'm just gonna wait. It's better to have more than less. But today we are going to be doing Oritech for the Manhattan module, and this looks like a lot because it kind of is a lot, but yeah, we can set this up. We can do it. So let's get started with Oritech. I guess we'll do it. Do we need a lot of room? So I'm looking at this here. There's 2 recipes for the centrifuge. You can either use copper reinforced plating, a processing unit, a motor, and some sort of steel, or you can just use copper and iron. These recipes make no sense to me, but whatever. It's completely fine. So we're going to be making a bunch of these centrifuges and these assemblers as well, because we want to be able to, make all the components of Oritech. And if we go over here and look at Oritech, there's a lot of components. We're going to basically be wanting to always be crafting these basic components, which is going to be the enderic lens, the flux gate, the processing unit, and maybe not the advanced battery. No. And there's one other, I believe. I believe there's 4 basic materials that we're going to want to be crafting pretty much all the time. Could be wrong. Maybe there's only 3. Yeah, I'll let you know when we get there. But I'm gonna set up recipes basically to make a bunch of this stuff. Okay, so first things first, I've made the foundry, which is pretty simple. It's these motors, copper, cauldron, and electrum, which is also super simple to make. And then I've made a bunch of these improved machine cores, which is just nickel and redstone, because let's see how this places. I believe you need to place these machine cores, and then you click. And yes, then these cool machines come together. So I don't actually want to place it like this, but I want to place it out the back. So I think we got to rotate, which is a little awkward. Then we place our machine cores, and then we click. So this is the foundry. Yeah, I don't really know what this is going to be doing yet, but it's going to be doing something. So all of these Oritech things, by the way, are going to have to be piped out the bottom. Yes, they're all going to have to be piped out the bottom. This pattern provider is not connected yet because I'm not fully sure how I want to be setting up all the Oritech stuff. But for now, I think this is fine. We want to be leaving a block gap also in case we want to put upgrades on these things. As you can see, I think upgrades stick here and here. But yeah, we'll leave a block gap just in case. So I just made 64 adamant ingots, which I believe you're actually supposed to use the foundry for, but we skipped that requirement. And yeah, this is what we want to be making in the foundry. It's platinum and netherite to make duritium. So I'm going to make a pattern for that. We will pop that in here. And keep in mind, this is probably going to be working fairly slowly because we don't have any speed upgrades, and we also don't have power connected to this. So it's a plug. It's a point, not a plug, guys. Remember. Hopefully all these machines are too tall, or this is going to look really awkward. So now if I request some what was it called? At Oritech. Did I put it in here? Duritium. Huh, I wonder why that recipe's not showing up, guys. Does anyone have any clues? So let's try to make... we're probably going to need it. Let's just make like 100. We don't have platinum. We don't have platinum? There's a platinum Geor. We don't have platinum? Okay, we have 25 in here. Can this make a Geor? Oh my, scary. There's an ore we don't have being produced right now? Are there any more? Or is it just platinum? Do we have silver? Yes. Holy scary. Now that we have our platinum Geor and there was no scares, let's pop this bad boy in here. For some reason, it just doesn't pick it up unless it's in there. Okay, well now we have a ton of platinum being produced. Wow, this is a really efficient farm. Okay, so now that that scare's gone, let's make some ingots. Ew, what a terrible noise. I'm just gonna put a sound muffler over here and hopefully it works. Yeah, so that doesn't work. So let's go over here. Let's go to our new anchor, set our anchor. Oritech. The radius will be like 12 blocks. Okay. So now I no longer have to listen to this, which is awesome. And it's making our ingots, and it is transferring them out just very, very slowly. It takes 120 ticks to do so, which is a-okay for now. So now we're passively producing duritium. Duritium. Duratium. The next machines we are going to want to make are the centrifuges, which I believe build like this. So I'm making 3 of them because I'm not really sure how this is going to work. I'll put the patterns, probably do this. That's going to be 3 channels, but should be fine. So now these are all being charged. And what we want to make is enderic compound. So this enderic compound is really easy to make. It's just ender dust and enderic compound, which we have. Well, ender dust makes the enderic compound. So let's make a pattern for that. You know, I don't think we need 3 centrifuges. So let's just pop this off. Getting ahead of myself. So now let's make like 100 of this. And it's just spinning. These Oritech is so cool looking. Like, that's so cool looking. Wow. Okay. So the quest line actually gave us a speed add-on, so let's slap that on. So now it's 66 ticks. It makes the processing speed go up by 50, but the energy efficiency is minus 20, which we don't really have to worry about energy. But yeah, this is making stuff super fast. So actually what we're going to do here is we're going to put the speed add-on up front, and we're going to pipe it out like this, and hopefully it all works. Yes. Awesome. So we got a cool little setup going on. So we're going to have to start setting up the factory, to say the least. So I moved all these cables down below, and we're going to have to start doing some assembly lines, I guess is a good way to put it. So what's going to happen here is we're just going to be using import buses and export buses to basically run lines across, and we'll just have storage bins because we want to always be producing said material. So the first component we're going to want to be making here is this processing unit, which takes carbon fiber strands, which you just make in a centrifuge, and then it also takes these plastic sheets, which I'm a little nervous to make. I guess what we can do is do water and biopolymer, which is solid biofuel, which is biomass and planks. And to get biomass, you need to pulverize something. Let me see if there's a better way to get plastic. Okay, so now we should be able to make another component, which are these enderic lasers, which we'll make like 32 of, which to make these enderic lasers is carbon fiber strands, adamant ingots, and enderic compounds. But yes, let's get moving on making these processing units automatically. Yeah, I think the easiest thing here is to make the plastic sheets using this raw biopolymer. And the easiest way to make that is, I guess, to use packed wheat. So now, for example, if we want some biomass, we'll just... I know I said I was going to do a 1 block gap, but whatever. Why are these enderic lenses not being made? Oh, because I have this in a foundry. This is supposed to be in an assembler. Do we have an assembler? Interesting. Okay, after that mishap, we can craft an assembler. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Okay, it auto-crafted the assembler. Honestly, let's just put it here. It's going to be a little bit of a mess for a night. There's just a lot of stuff in Oritech, so I want to make sure we're doing it all. Okay, cool. We have the assembler. Now we'll pop this recipe in. And can we make the enderic laser now? Cool. These are all working as they should be, except we need to pipe it out now. Well, this can't happen. There really should be a 1 block gap between these. So now this should all work. If we try to make biomass, it'll start going automatically. Very nice. Very, very nice. This has to get turned off. Okay, so now that's off. And let's move on, and let's keep on going with our processing units. Oh wait, do we need to be making this biomass? Did I mess up the recipe? Use raw biopolymer, which is just this packed wheat with a centrifuge and water. I did mess up the recipe. We'll do 1 centrifuge just for straight plastic, but this also needs to get water somehow. I'm gonna put the speed upgrade on this thing. Okay, we're back to the 1 block gap. Let's get these all hooked up. So we need this one to be connected to water as well, this centrifuge. Wait, right? This centrifuge needs to be connected to water? Oh, no, this is... Oh, yeah. It does need to be connected to water. How do we allow for that? We need a fluid add-on, I think. So now we have this fluid add-on. And I guess we'll put the fluid add-on here. So now there's a fluid add-on. Let's make a sink. And my whole inventory needs to go away. Oh, maybe this doesn't need a sink. Put the fluid add-on there. This. Pop it. Okay, that looks a little funny. And then can we make the plastic now? Is this making plastic? We have to do that. This looks like it's working. It gave it enough water. And then let's get rid of this machine for just 2 seconds so I can flip this back around. And is this gonna make the plastic? Big question mark. Once this is done, well, let's get moving on the other stuff then. Ah, I have the plastic in the wrong one. Here we go. So this plastic needs to be in here. And now this is gonna start working. And this should make us plastic, right? Sweet. And now I put this processing unit in here. So if we try to make some processing units, that should also craft. So we need a lot of speed upgrades for all this stuff, especially if we're not going to be making it like passively, like how I planned. And I don't think we necessarily need to make it passively, but yeah, this needs to be getting piped out. Cool. So now we have processing units being crafted. Next thing on our list are these flux gates. For the flux gates, though, we need fluxite. And for fluxite, we need these enderic laser blocks destroying amethyst clusters. So we need some sort. Oh, wait. Or we could just do this. We could just do it in a reaction chamber. Sweet. We should have a bunch of amethyst shards, right? Okay, we have like no amethyst shards, but we have a bunch of blocks of amethyst. Like a ton, actually. If I don't have to set up those lasers, I won't set up those lasers because reaction chamber goes in here. To say that the lasers aren't a pain and I don't want them to go through the base is an understatement. If we somehow shoot a hole through our base, I would be so sad. And now we have our flux gates. So let's make a few of these and see if it works. Where's our speed upgrade? Realistically, the speed upgrade or speed add-on is going to want to go on here. How do we make these speed add-ons, by the way? Pretty cheap. I think we should make some for each of these. And we could put more on. Yeah. Let's make a couple of these speed add-ons. Maybe it's not efficient to have... Like, we should have 2 centrifuges. One making the raw biopolymer and one making the plastic. I guess I'll set that up right now. Oh, this isn't being piped out. So now we have another centrifuge, and we will put the plastic there. So then this can go at the same time, I believe. I need to just click this in the back. Yes. Needs power, though. Wow, funny enough, the 3 centrifuge setup that I had originally would work better. But yeah, this is now making plastic as well. Good. Where's our one plastic going towards? Oh, it's going towards the speed add-ons. Except for where would I put these? Okay, I was going to see if I could put them like up top, but that doesn't work, clearly. So unfortunately, we're going to have to destroy the centrifuge. That one at least. So that we can place it here. Because we need to be able to have upgrades on these centrifuges. So we're going to have to go like this to start piping these out from the side. Which is a-okay. And I guess we'll follow suit and just also pipe this one out from the side. So, I mean, that's a little, like, ugly, but there's nothing you could do about it. We need to be able to put the speed upgrades in. So, yeah, just to make sure it works, let's make some more plastic. And what I made during this whole process was I made the enderic laser, and I also made the target designator. I believe I made some fluxite from earlier. Yes. So, fluxite. So now we want to make this plutonium dust. To get plutonium dust, you must fragment raw uranium. Wait, uranite? Uranite. Or we could do particle collision. Oh, no, we don't want to do particle collision. Let's stay away from particle collision. Uranite. Uranite crystal. To get plutonium dust, you must fragment raw uranium in a fragment forge. Oh, this is a fragment forge. Really, I have to place it, like, here. Does it need, like, 6 of those blocks? At Oritech. Whoa, sick. So, what does this thing need? We want to be able to get plutonium dust, which takes tiny plutonium dust, which the only way to do that is do raw uranium. Do we have any raw uranium? Uranium. Or we could do this with the ender crafting. This might actually be easier. I know how crazy that sounds. Maybe what we do is we make these crystals with the gears and the sand, and then we power them, and it makes a plutonium dust. Yeah, let's set this up. I feel like this is not how we're supposed to do this, but who cares? It's our world. Or, ooh, that's not cringy. So we'll pop this here. Come over here, which we haven't been using too much. And we now want to make some plutonium dust. So this does nothing with, this has nothing to do with Oritech. What's the okay, so now we save this recipe in here. There we go. And now it should just make it, I think. It's going pretty quick. And then if we come over here, is it getting powered? This is a botched setup. I mean, it's working. So I guess we don't need Big Boy. I mean, I guess we'll just keep him. It's pretty cool looking. Okay, now we got plutonium dust. The efficient way. Wow, it already made 32. Awesome. So I guess we don't need to do the lasers. That's awesome. The lasers were a hassle the last time I did Oritech. We never made flux gates. I guess we did. Get that quest out of the way. So now we need to make plutonium pellets. So let's set up this recipe. We'll do the most bang for our buck here, which is this. 2 plutonium dust for 4 plutonium pellets. It's the recipe with plastic and duratium. Here we go. And this recipe goes in the assembler. So we do have room for more speed add-on. Let's pop you there. Is there room for any more? Give you one. Give you an extra one. What does this make? Yeah, actually, we do kind of need that. Make a couple more of these speed add-ons. And then we'll make some plutonium pellets. So hopefully everything's spinning now. This seems to be going relatively quick. Oh, it already made the speed add-ons. Pop you there. Cool. And this should be working super fast. Yeah, processing speed is now 38 ticks. So it already made all those pellets. Very, very nice. So now that we have these pellets, we're getting closer to the module. So now we need to make the atomic forge. Should have enough stuff to make all this. We don't have any plastic. Why do we not have any plastic? So it seems like plastic's going to be our biggest holdup. But we could make the machine add-on extender. But now we have the atomic forge. Oh, this is a big boy. What's the most efficient way to do this so it's only like 1 block away? I guess we'll do that. And we need some improved machine cores. So I actually don't know. Oh, they just allow more add-on extenders. So what does the best machine core do? Oh, better cores only allow... Oh, it's the exact same tooltip for everything. I apologize. First things first, let's set up an item pipe. So I don't forget. And this thing looks cool. Oh, it needs power as well. Where do you take your power to, sir? Power cable's not connecting. Where would a measly power cable fit onto this? Cool, cool. Alright, so the power cable literally fits nowhere on here. Why did it get rid of all the power cables? Yeah, so currently I have no clue how to power this thing, which is, I guess, not ideal. Does it say where we have to power this thing? This machine can only be powered by enderic lasers. Oh boy. Let's craft like 2 more of these, I guess. And how do we place said enderic lasers? Well, actually, the more enderic lasers this gets, it can only maximum usage 1 hour per tick. Yeah, let's make I guess we'll make 8 of these things, right? So how are we gonna charge this bad boy? So now we're going to use the designator. Oh, well, see what we kind of forgot to do. And by we, I mean me. I just blame you guys for everything. Place all these lasers down. They're looking at me funny. I guess we just click it like this. That looks sick, minus this ugly cable. Pop this here. App pipes. Okay, so these are all charged. This looks really cool. And what do we make in this atomic forge? Some silicone wafers. All right, let's do it. Let's actually just get all the recipes for things that we need. So we need silicone wafer. So we need this advanced computing engine. We need the super AI chip. We need the Heisenberg computer, which we will what's unholy intelligence? Yep, not touching that. The Heisenberg, which we'll use the super AI chip for. So in this atomic forge, we will put U. And then if we ask for, how many Manhattan modules do we need for the, we just need 1. Just need 1. So let's ask for 1 Manhattan module. We don't have TNT. TNT, dynamite. So now we have some TNT. I'm not making a crafting recipe for it. Let's ask for the Manhattan module. And let's look at all this stuff go. This looks sick. It looks like it's doing it pretty quick, right? Oh, everything's spinning. Everything's moving. So it seems like everything's working pretty well. I wonder how long this is going to take. Warning, unleashes catastrophic chaos, only for those who wish to leave a lasting impression or crater. Yeah, so we'll keep that in our inventory. Boom, that's the Manhattan module done. Why did it not give it to me? Why did it not give me the quest? I want the quest. Give me the quest. It says locked, uncompleted dependencies. Few dependencies. Didn't we do putting things together? Assembler. Few dependencies. Oritech beginnings. No dependency. Oh, it's because I never grabbed. Oh, man. We gotta grab silicone wafer. Let's grab 8 of you guys. Oh, man. Now I gotta go through this quest log. How much power does this take? Like, not that much. Well, that's running. Oh, so we got our 8 wafers. And now we need 4 or advanced. 4 of those. Is this even run? Oh, yeah, it's kind of running. Oh, yeah, I have a player transmitter. This is what I use to wireless charge myself now. It holds 2 billion FE. I guess while we're here, we can upgrade all these gens to nitro, right? Might as well. So let's craft 17 nitro generators. And while that's running, let's do the rest of the Oritech quest line, because I like seeing the quest line being done. Is that big of a deal, guys? Advanced computing, super chip, 2. This should be done pretty quick. So cool. And then we need the Heisenberg. Say my name. Grab you. Woo! Manhattan module. Whoa. So now if we go to the ATM Star, I gotta hold it. Sweet. All right. So that's the Manhattan module. I kind of want to place it down, but I don't want to. I don't. I'm not placing this. I wanted to place it just for, just for the love of the game, but we're not there yet. And our nitrogens are being made as we speak. So this gen seems to not be on at all. This one also seems to not. It's running. And now that we'll have more nitro, these more nitrogens, the reactors, I keep on calling everything a gen. The reactors probably won't have to run as much, since we're going to have now so much extra power. We're essentially doing more than doubling this power here. So yeah. Oritech was pretty, I don't want to say it was pretty easy, but it was pretty easy. I was ready to set up like a whole thing, but I guess we didn't really need that. I thought we were going to have to do particle acceleration. Thank God we didn't have to do particle acceleration. Yeah. Particle acceleration is a big thing. You gotta set up this whole massive thing. You normally do it in a compact machine, and then half the time it goes flying out of the machine at Mach 1000, and it puts a hole in your base if you don't do it in a compact machine. Could you tell that I struggled with Oritech in a previous mod pack? I don't think you could. I forgot that I didn't put an upgrade in one of these. Now I gotta find which doesn't have an upgrade. I think I found the culprit. All right, so now this is all making a significant amount of power. Cool. Upgrade the power. And we did Oritech. And we got UNOBTAINIUM. Sweet. So now if we ever need to make more stuff with Oritech, it's here. The setup's low-key ugly, but like we don't judge, right guys? Right guys? Actually, it's kind of cool. I kind of like just having machines everywhere. It's fun. We might have to move up to another floor soon. But yeah, I don't think we're going to have to touch Oritech for a minute. We could definitely make this, by the way. I don't really want to do all that crafting yet because we don't have the quantum computer. But yeah, wait. If we just get 7 blocks of unobtainium, we get one of these rewards. Hold up. Unobtainium. Do we also get... Hold up. 7. And then all the modium. We need 20 blocks. Man, that's not what I meant to do. It's also not what I meant to do. All right, let's put all this stuff away. I guess we could upgrade our stuff to unobtainium. Okay, let's see what we get from this quest. Undefined jetpack. I've never used one of these jetpacks. Well, I have, but not one of those. Cool. Gave me 8 blocks of vibranium. Antimatter pellet. Antimatter pellet. Ultimate induction provider. What is this? I've never used this. Are these good? An advanced complex of coolant systems, conductors, and transformers capable of expanding the energized induction matrices. Maximum rate of energy transfer. The what? Energized induction. Energized induct. All right, if anyone knows what this does, just let me know. I have no clue what this is. Oh, I wanted the antimatter pellets, man. Is there any other? Oh, we need time crystals. We gotta start doing these quests. These quests are goated. Do we get anything for this? All right, let's make the black hole really quick. All in the name of getting items from quests. Wait, I don't want to encode the pattern. We only need to make one of these things. So I made all these patterns here, and I realized like our crafting storage isn't high enough. We need these to be like 256Ks. So we're just gonna have to wait until we have the quantum computer to even remotely make the pulsating black hole, which kind of sucks because I wanted to get the quest reward, but you know, good things come to those who wait. And I'll just leave all these patterns in here. Well, not like that. But yeah, that's one little step closer to the ATM Star. I'm surprised how well that went. And we got more power generation. And we got an unobtainium. Pretty successful episode. So yeah, we just gotta start chipping away at this. Maybe we'll start trying to do the paradox machine soon. We need to make a way to automate the goo, like the placing of goo and destroying of goo. I guess I'm trying to think. You could do that with modular routers for sure. Use like placers. Yeah, well, it's not worth thinking about it now. But yeah, maybe we'll go for this Oblivion shard. Maybe, yeah, maybe we'll try to do this next episode. Because then we get the time crystals as well. But I'm pretty sure with the time crystals, we need bees. A lot of bees. Time bee. To acquire this bee, look up the crafting recipe for its spawn egg. Got a lot to plan out, guys. A lot to do. But I also want to make the quantum computer so we can start crafting stuff. It's a tough choice. Let's see how our loot's doing. Are these all at 1? Yes, I've been playing for long enough now. Where's my time in a bottle? No. Ah, I don't think it was with me that entire episode. No. Producing a lot of stuff, though, which is good. All right. Well, with that, I guess we'll stand by our machines. I'm going to end the episode here. I'm recording. So normally I do an episode every other day, but I'm recording basically an episode a day and editing basically an episode a day. Last episode, I changed how I edited a little bit. What's up with that pipe? That's gonna annoy me. I'll fix that after. I changed how I did my editing style a little bit. Hopefully it was a little bit better. Let me know if you liked it more or didn't. But yeah, because I have a 9-day vacation in a few days. So I'm trying to get all the episodes done by the time I go on vacation. So they're just like auto uploading. And yeah, but yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully the quality is awesome of these videos. I really appreciate all the support as always. And yeah, hopefully you have a great day. Bye bye.